Now we are in third session of SQL practice sessions. So we are continuing with the same example employee table. Here are the 10 practices we are going to see in this video. Let's start with the first one. First one is list the employees in the order of address. So first thing is let us focus on the list the employees. First section break into two items as we have done in previous sessions. So we need to list the employees. So it's just a select statement. Select star from employee, run it. You can use control enter for shortcut of running. So here it is listing out all the 8 employee records. So the next condition would be in the order of address. So for displaying the address, right, so here you can see Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, it is not in the sorting order. So for displaying this order, so there are two ways. Either you can, if you just double click on it, it will be the order will be applied. So you can see the data will be in all the records are sorted by address. Else if you want to add it in your code, so we have a command order by address, run it. So you can see the data are like all data are in the ascending order of address. If we don't want to mention the address column here, what we have to do is we need to check the column number. So for example, so this is first column, second column, third column. You just mention third here and run it. It will be sorted it will be sorted by the address column. So if we do if you mention 2, it will be sorted by name column. So you can see Balakrishnan, so the all records will be sorted by name column. There are two ways. So as I said, so we either you have to mention the column name if you are sure with the position of the column. So for example, name is the second and the address is third, then you are fine with that. You can give the position number itself for the ordering. Okay, so the second one lists the employees in the order of address and salary. So here what we have to do is we need to list the employees by order and salary. So for that what we have to do is if we continue with the position of the column, we 1 2 3 is address and 4 5 is my salary. Just type it, and here you can see the address will be the first order condition, so it will be added within the address. The salary will be added, so 50,000, 20,000, and 1 lakh, 1,25,000, and 2,50,000. The order will be in ascending order. Okay, we are done with that. So if you don't want to use the position of the column, then you just directly type the column name, comma, salary. So basically what we have to learn, keep in mind, learn from this is if you want to use more than one column in the sorting condition, so then we have to use comma separated. Okay, the third one lists the items in the order of address and salary. The salary ordering should be in descending. So we basically the salary here, right, so if we don't mention anything, the salary will be in ascending order. Here you can see 1 lakh, 1,25,000 to 1,50,000. So for doing the order of descending order, then we should explicitly mention DESC. If you mention DESC, the order will be in descending order. If you mention for this DESC after salary, it will be applicable only for the salary field, not applicable for address. If you want to sort by address also in descending order, then you have to explicitly mention it here. So it has descending is selected, so without select you just done it. So here you can see address also in descending order and salary also in descending order. So here we can see Chennai 4 lakh, 2 lakh 50,000, 1 lakh 25,000 in descending order. And the fourth one is list who are part of QA and tech, and the order must be salary descending. Okay, so let us do the first part, who are part of Q and tech. So for that we need to apply filter condition. So department, so since we have more than one column, more than one value in department, so we need to use in. Keep in mind that. So just mention Q and tech inside the bracket, where it will consider only Q and tech records, and apply the order by we need to salary descending. Run it. So here you can see only the Q and tech records along with the order of descending order of salary. Get the total number of employees in the table. So here you can see, since we have only 8 records, you can easily count that. So only 8 records are there. So how we can ensure that? So if we have record many records in the table, for that, right, so we have a inbuilt command count. So count of star. So if you mention that count of star, it will fetch the number of records. So here you can see 8 records. Else you can use the count of 1 also. It will also fetch the same category, same function as count of star, and get the total sum of salary. So we need to get the all 8 employees salary. From for that we have command, we need to use the command sum of column salary from employee. Just select this statement and run it. So here you can see the sum is 1 lakh 13 lakh 75,000. Here you can see, when you see the sum 13 lakh 75,000, the same count we can see it here. And the next practice is get the sum of salary for QA department alone. So here, right, so we need to apply the filter with QA department alone. So for that, within this query itself, you just apply the filter department equal to only QA, right? So we can use the equal. So run it. So when you add only QA department salary amounts, so you will get 4 lakh 75,000. Here we can just do it 4 lakh 75,000. It's coming. Yeah, 4 lakh 75,000 is coming. And the next one would be get the sum of salary for each department. So when you consider the each department, right, so we need to call sum of for department wise, QA department separately, technical department separately, IT department separately. So how we can do it through SQL query? So it will be done by group by. So we have inbuilt function group by, so we have to use that group by for calculating the department wise sum. So first let us write a simple select, so employee, and apply group by. So what is the column we are going to use is group by, so get the sum of salary for each department. So department, so group by department. Here what we have to do is we can mention sum of salary and just copy this department into select statement and select this state SQL query and run it. So here you can see QA 475. So each department wise we have got the total sum of salary. What would happen if we remove the department name, the department column from select statements? Let us see. So if you remove it, it will throw an error stating that so here you can see, so you can't see the department which department belongs to which sum. Okay, and the next would be get the sum of salary for each department, and the sum should be 2 lakh, more than 2 lakh. The sum should be more than 2 lakh. So at the case, right, so we have got the data for each department, right? So we have got the sum of salary. So here you can see, so only HR is the only department which is having less than 2 lakh. So we need to filter that alone. So for that, right, so we can't use where condition here, since where condition need to be applied before doing the grouping. So now we have done the grouping operation. On top of these 4 records we need to filter out. So for that, right, we have separate filter conditions. Having the keyword, it will be only for filtering out after applying the grouping. So having sum of salary greater than 2 lakh. Okay, so in that case I should not get HR record. Yes, I didn't get. So we need to use having for filtering on top of the grouping group by. After group by, get the sum of salary for QA&TECH department, and sum should be 2 lakh. The same condition, so we need to apply filter before group by. We need to apply the only department in, as we know that, so as we have multiple values, so we need to use in. So run it. So here we won't get IT here, so run it. So here only we have got QA&TECH records here. So from this, right, so what we have to understand here is the order, right? So select this first and where condition, then group by, then having. If you want to apply order by here, you have to apply after the having. So always order by is the last statement in the SQL query. So order by department, else we can simply mention order by 1. So run it. Else we won't see the, already it's in order, so we can mention 1 descending. So it will be tech and QA. The amount will be in the matching after matching this condition, so salary greater than 2 lakh. Then so what would happen if some column available in select statement, and if it is not available in the department? For example, here we can see address we have mentioned in the select statement, but it is not available in the group by statement. So what would happen? So we would have done a exception that so not a group by expression. So whatever the condition for group by, right, is whatever columns available in the select statement, it should available in the group by. It is not mandatory that we need to keep all the group by columns in select statement. So for example, so I can keep group by here, but I need not keep the address here. So even if we run, it will work. So what will happen here is, you can see QA, two records will be there, since it will apply on top group by also for the address, but it won't be we are not using in select statement. It is not mandatory to all the group by columns will are necessary to available in the select statement, but all the columns available in select statement should be mentioned in the group by. That is the mandatory conditions, we need to follow it up. So what we have final learning from here is, so the ordering of, right, so first we need to apply the filter, then we need to grouping it. After grouping, if we need to apply, we have to use having, and the final one is order by. This is the order we have to understand from here.